Motivation and engagement in language learning. Motivation as a complex and dynamic system. Recent research sees motivation as a complex and dynamic system, looking both at the situated complexity of L2 motivation and its interaction with other internal, social and contextual factors. Motivation must be seen within the broader complexities of language learning and language use in an increasingly globalized world. One conceptualization proposed is the L2 motivational self-system, Dornier, 2009. Central concepts. One of the central concepts is the ideal self, the attributes one would ideally like to possess. A complementary concept is the ought to self, signifying the attributes that one believes one ought to possess. The psychological desire to become proficient in an L2 can be described as wanting to reduce the discrepancy between current and future self-states, that is, to reach one's ideal or ought to self regarding the language. This desire is a powerful motivating force. Regarding insights for teachers, Dornier and his co-author Hadfield have developed a handbook of classroom activities to accompany this model, titled Theory into Practice, Motivation and Ideal Self, 2017. It includes practical pedagogical strategies to help learners construct future visions of their future ideal selves as L2 learners, such as using visualization techniques or guided imagery, and activities to develop action plans, including setting goals, but also self-regulatory strategies to build towards the vision. Dornier's work on motivation also led to a set of 10 commandments for motivating language learners, Dornier and Caesar, 1998. The 10 commandments are as follows. Number 1. Set a personal example with your own behavior. Number 2. Create a pleasant, relaxed atmosphere in the classroom. Number 3. Present the tasks properly. Number 4. Develop a good relationship with the learners. Number 5. Increase the learner's linguistic self-confidence. Number 6. Make the language classes interesting. Number 7. Promote learner autonomy. Number 8. Personalize the learning process. Number 9. Increase the learner's goal-orientedness. Number 10. Familiarize learners with the target language culture. Motivation and virtual exchange. Virtual exchange can respond to a number of the 10 commandments. For example, contact with the L1 speaker community or with another community via the target language can make the language classes more interesting. Topics can be adopted to personalize the learning process and introduce the target language culture. A task-based approach can increase the learner's goal-orientedness, and the learners will perceive that they can communicate in the target language with someone who does not share their L1, thus increasing their linguistic self-confidence. An example of motivation and virtual exchange. In the next video, a teacher whose class actually engaged in virtual exchange reflects on the project's outcomes in relation to his students' motivation for English. After the video, you will be asked to identify some of the commandments alluded to. Thank you for your attention.